Food. It's our most basic human need. It takes a complex system to get food from fields to our plates, from farmers who raise food to factory workers who process it, from drivers who get the food to stores and restaurants to those who prepare it and eat it. Our relationship to the food we eat reflects our economic priorities, our diverse cultures, and even our individual values. So, how do we ensure that our food system sustains everyone? We'll look at 3 options based on concerns of citizens across the country. Option 1 says we need to improve access to nutritious food. Option 2 says we should pay more attention to the multiple benefits of the food we eat. And Option 3 emphasizes being good stewards of the food system. These options are only 3 of many, but they suggest different priorities and trade-offs. Let's look at the options. Option 1. Improve access to nutritious food. America produces more than enough to feed our entire population, and yet there are children who come to school hungry and families who must choose between food and other necessities. Families with the lowest income spend about 34% of what they earn on food, compared to just 8% spent by high-income families. And hunger has real costs to our nation, like poor educational outcomes and avoidable health care costs. To ensure that everyone has access to affordable, nutritious food, we could strengthen school nutrition and food assistance programs for low-income families. People in rural and inner-city communities often lack access to fresh food, forcing them to rely on processed foods that are high in sugar and low in nutrition. We could put resources into increasing community gardens or offer incentives for opening fresh food markets in underserved neighborhoods. Some states have taxed sugary processed foods to encourage people to make more healthy choices. But there are trade-offs to this approach. Assistance programs don't address the root problems of poverty, and taxing certain foods undermines people's freedom to choose the food they want. Can we live with those trade-offs? Option 2. Pay more attention to the multiple benefits of food. This option says that Americans need better knowledge about how their food is produced and processed, its health benefits, and its relationship to the social and cultural fabric of our communities. A good starting point is access to trustworthy information that's not driven by advertising. Enhanced FDA-approved labeling of packaged and restaurant food, and better access to unbiased sources of nutrition information will help families make healthier choices. We could also increase the number of healthcare and community programs that teach people about good nutrition, cooking from scratch, and stretching food dollars. Schools and the National Farm to School Network weave food-based learning into the everyday curriculum, using food and gardening to teach math, science, and history. This option also says that emphasizing cultural and social connections to the foods we eat will help us gain an appreciation of homemade and community-grown foods. But integrating nutrition into healthcare and nonprofit services could lead to added bureaucracy and costs, and cultural food traditions are not always healthy ones. Can we accept those drawbacks? Option 3. Be good stewards of the food system. According to this option, we must improve good stewardship practices at every link in the food supply chain. We should start by encouraging sustainable methods of growing, raising, and choosing our food. For example, diets high in plant-based foods and lower in red and processed meats benefit both our health and the environment. Up to 40% of food produced in the U.S. is never eaten. Food waste is the second largest source of garbage in municipal landfills and a large source of the greenhouse gas methane. To protect our ecosystem, households and communities should institute food waste reduction and compost programs. This option also says we must be good stewards of the people who work to get our food from the fields to our plates. An unstable and underpaid food system workforce causes Americans to rely more on imported food. Americans now get almost 30% of their meals from restaurants, but many fast food workers don't make enough to feed their own families. Increasing wages and reforming agricultural worker visa programs will help reduce the true cost of the meals we eat out. But raising the minimum wage could cause owners to close franchises or cut positions. Conservation-oriented agriculture can be more time and labor-intensive, resulting in higher prices for consumers. Can we live with the trade-offs? We've looked at just a few options out of many that could help create a food system that works for all of us. One says we should improve access to nutritious food. A second option looks at the multiple benefits of food. And the third option says we should be good stewards of the food system. Deliberating on any public issue requires looking at what we hold most valuable and what trade-offs our choices will require. There are no easy solutions, but let's get talking.